Hey there, hi there, ho there, sports and Duran Duran fans. Frannie Rhodes here with your weekly podcast for when Frannie Rhodes Whoosh video podcast review. Thank you very much. So, let me see. I hope it lets me make all one long video again this week. My phone, that is. So yes, I've been busy posting pictures, as some of you may have noticed, for the hashtag DD Mask Lookbook 2021 competition. I did end up getting my masks in time. I've taken several pictures with just 3 of the masks so far, and there are 8 of them that I have. So I'm going to be continuing that tomorrow, and I'll get them all in by the deadline on at midnight tomorrow. The deadline is tomorrow at midnight. So if anybody's interested in doing the hashtag DD Mask Lookbook 2021 competition, and that's where you can find it on the internet, submit pictures wearing a Duran Duran mask if you have one, and tag Duran Duran in it, and put hashtag DD Mask Lookbook 2021 on it as well, so it ends up in that one area where all of the pictures are highlighted that they can choose from, and then you can go to that area to make sure your picture did show up there. And then they're gonna and the deadline is tomorrow at midnight, and then they're going to and that's April 9th, Friday, April 9th at midnight. Thank you very much. And then they're going to pick a winner. Excuse me. And as far as I know, it's been a good day. I did a lot today. So anyways, they're going to pick a winner, and as far as I know, for this one, it's the prizes for the winners are going to be $50 gift cards for their online store, which is awesome, amazing, because they have lots of amazing Duran Duran fabulous swag in their online store that you can purchase with the $50 gift card. So yeah, enter if you can. So that's what I've been doing. I did listen to Whoosh last night. It was a great episode with Simon and Katy, and I jotted down all of my notes, but I did not get around to making my video until right this moment. So forgive me. Last week I was extremely punctual with it, and this week I was not. But here we are. I have notated that I'll be posting a new video every Wednesday/Thursday. Wednesday/Thursday, because I know myself that well that I know I may not always get to it on Wednesday as much as I would like to, try as I might. So here we go. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm not wearing a Duran Duran t-shirt today. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says, you cheat, I still win. It's a Nike t-shirt. And I've had this shirt, oh my God, forever, for at least 7 or 8 years probably. Yeah, about 8 years. I saw a girl come into where I was working at the time with one of them on, and I just loved what it said. You cheat, I still win. And I was like, I want one of those. So I looked it up online, I found it, and I ordered it, and I'm still wearing it to this day. So anyways, thank you very much. So let's get into the reviews of last night's episode. So the name of last night's episode was So Come Entertain Me. I'll try. Okay, so the first song is from a band called Fimber Bravo. That's F as in Frank, I, M as in Mary, B as in boy, E-R. Second word, B as in boy, R-A-V-O, like bravo, bravo. So Fimber Bravo, the name of the song was F as in Francine, or Frannie Rhodes, Pan, P-A-N, Landing. So that's Fimber Bravo, F, Pan Landing was the name of the song. And I'm going to write a list, as I have been doing, of all these song titles and artists in the description box below, as they say, so you can check it out there. And also along with the email address to send Simon and Katy questions, if you'd like to send them a question to possibly, hopefully, maybe be spotlighted on Whoosh. So I think that one is Whoosh, WHOOOSH, 3 O's, SH, radio at gmail.com, I think, but I will confirm, and I'll put that in the I've sent them one question before, which they did not highlight, and a song suggestion, which they did not play. But anyways, I'll put it down below in the description box. as well. Okay, so Fimber Bravo F Pan Landing. This was the first song. Um, so basically, this person or this group, I think it's just one man, is from Trinidad, according to Katy. He's worked with More Shubz and Sun Ra and Blur. And let me see. Katy said that this song made her feel like she was on the Love Boat on the Lido deck and that Isaac was going to bring her a pina colada. And I thought that was a cute description slash feeling for it. If any of you are in my generation, which was born in the 60s, late 60s slash 70s, you will know the TV show The Love Boat and Isaac the bartender. And so that's what that reference is to. And I thought that was great. That made me giggle and laugh. So again, Katy said this song made her feel like she was on the Lido boat. I'm sorry, on the Love Boat on the Lido deck, and Isaac was going to bring her a pina colada. So there you go. That might give you a feel for the song. It's instrumental except for a few lyrics that say, "Come like water, go like wind." Come like water, go like wind. I don't remember exactly how they sounded when they sang it, but it was come like water, go like wind. And other than that, it's instrumental. Instrumental. So for the come like water, go like wind part, I related that with come gently like water, go briskly like wind. Or it could go come like a tsunami like water, go like a hurricane like wind. So this is what I got from it. In a, I don't know what that would be called, a deeper thinking way about it. So, so yeah, all instrumental except for come like water, go like wind, which were the lyrics. And what else here? So I would say it was sort of like the sounds of a child's toy. The instrumental part of a song. The way I would describe it for this Fimber Bravo song is there's sort of like the sounds of a child's toy, but amplified. And that's how I would describe it. It was okay. And I gave it 2 stars. And what got it the 2 stars for me instead of just 1 star, or possibly not even any stars, was that the 2 stars was for the lyrics, come like water, go like wind. The lyric part. You guys know how I love lyrics if you've been paying attention at all. They can really make or break a song for me. So if it had just been pure instrumental, I may have gotten 1 star, maybe no stars. But with the lyrics, come like water, go like wind. I can't remember if I'm singing that right. I gave it 2 stars. What else did I write about this? I think that was it for Fimber Bravo. Now, Simon also said something just as an aside that was cute and kind of funny. He said, "You can tell it's spring because he has hay fever." So there you go. Now we all know Simon has hay fever, in case you didn't know. If you really do, Simon, or were you just being silly? So anyways, and that was that. And then this is exciting news. This is exciting news. A DD single is imminent. A Duran Duran single is imminent. So yes, that was said. Katy brought it up, and Simon said, yes, it is true. A Duran Duran single is imminent. It's going to happen extremely soon. It's going to be released extremely soon for all of our listening pleasure. And it's going to be played on Whooosh, of course. So, of course, I will keep you updated on it. Very excited about that, of course. And I know many of you out there will be too. And I would highly suggest that if you can access SiriusXM, and you can get it, that you do, because then you can listen to Whooosh directly and you can hear the very imminent, almost going to be happening anytime now, Duran Duran new single that's going to be played on Whooosh. So big news there. And if you really can't access SiriusXM, if you're in a part of the world where you can't get it, of course I will give you a review of it. So that's going to be happening. Very exciting. And I think that was all about all of that. And for Fimber Bravo F Pan Landing, Katy mentioned that he's a prominent figure. This artist that does this Fimber Bravo music is a prominent figure in steel pan and contemporary music performed. Oh, they performed with Blur too. Steel pan and contemporary music, a prominent figure in steel pan and contemporary music. So there you go. The next one is Klein, Klein. The song is called No More Shubz, and that's SHUBZ. And again, I'm spelling everything, but there'll be no need to do that because I'm going to put everything in the description box below when I post this. So the next song was by an artist called Klein, and the song is called No More Shubz. She's a South London artist with a Nigerian background, according to Katy. And this song is described by this artist as an ode to the tides of the year that we collectively lost. Of course, referring to 2020 and the COVID pandemic. So I thought that was deep and very meaningful. An ode to the tides of the year that we collectively lost. That's how this artist describes this song, or what it's about. And then they were talking about somebody named Michael Levi, and I think they said that Michael Levi is a big fan of Klein. And then Simon said in his dreams, he's a big fan of Michael Levi. I don't get it. I don't know who Michael Levi is. I have to look that up. But anyways, I guess I found that notable. So I would describe this song, No More Shubz by Klein. It's a free-flowing, constantly flowing song with what I'll call muted lyrics. Not very defined, articulate lyrics that I could make out very well. And then the whole thing, which, lyrics are important to me. And then the whole thing goes into this airy single chord bum, 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 but with an airy sound. Okay, so like I don't know if I can describe it. So picture, if you can, auditorily, or imagine auditorily, if you can, a free-flowing, constantly flowing song with muted lyrics that are hard to understand. And then it goes at the end into this like bum, bum, bum kind of a thing with a very airy sound around those bums. Okay, so if that gives you an idea. I love that airy sound and feel that they used at the end of this song with those chords. I've heard it before. The way I would describe it is if you've ever been to a rave and you're dancing very raucously or high energy style to music that's playing along with everybody else around you doing that, and everybody is dancing like crazy and sweating, and the energy, it's just hot, it's palpable, it's thick. And then the DJ switches to an airy sounding song or a more calm song like that, and it changes the whole mood and energy of the entire room, the entire experience to calm. That's how I would describe it, if you can kind of get a grasp of what I'm describing there. And airy is the best way that I can think of to describe it. It's an airy sound that actually expands the room. It feels like it expands the size of the room, even though, of course, the size of the room hasn't changed. But that's how I would describe it. So I love that airy sound. That's what got this 2 stars for me, that airy sound at the end. I'd actually give just those chords at the end 5 stars. Overall, I gave this song 2 stars, again, for the airy sound at the end, which alone by themselves I would give 5 stars. So that was No More Shubz by Klein. That was the second song. And then let's go on to the third song. I'm flipping my pages here. Hold on, I'm flipping my pages. So, so the next song is called Speedboat. The name of the band is called Speedboat. The song is called Big Boy 123. It's alternative sounding, happy, sunny, big sound. That's how I described it. It has a cool 80s alternative electronic good beat sound, also how I described it. They're 2 brothers from Brighton, Johnny and Wills Griffith, I believe were their names. Simon said they reminded him of Duran Duran because of the name Speedboat. And I guess, Duran Duran has been known to obviously be on boats in their videos and things like that. I'm sure Simon has been on more than one speedboat in his time, but he said that they reminded him of Duran Duran because of their name Speedboat. Um, Many or all of their songs are fictional romances, and narratives are the theme of most of their songs. So their songs are about fictional romance and narratives of fictional romance, which I really like. I'm all about love and romance. It's like I consider myself an aficionado on this subject, even though I've had very little firsthand experience with it in this lifetime. Well, in a reciprocated fashion, I've had much unrequited love, and I know just a lot about romance and love, and it's one of my favorite topics ever, and I have so much of it to give. So, I really like that all of those songs are about that. This particular song called "Big Boy 123" is a song about a camera shop clerk that becomes infatuated with a customer, according to Katy. That could almost be like that movie with Robin Williams, something minute photo or whatever it was. I can't remember what the name of that movie was, which was actually really a sad movie. And he became infatuated with a customer, but in a way that he wanted to be a part of their life because he wasn't really a part of anything in his life. It was very kind of sad, but I'll say sort of profound movie. If you ever saw it, 5 Minute Photo or something like that with Robin Williams. That just made me think of that when I was reading it now. I don't know that I think it made me think of it last night too. But of course, this song is supposed to be about that in a more romantic way. So this song again is about a camera shop clerk that becomes infatuated with a customer. And that is Speedboat by Big Boy 123. And I think that's charming. I think that whole idea of a camera shop clerk that becomes infatuated with a customer is quite charming. So, let's see. Oh, and so that was by Katy. That's what the song was about. She gave us that information, and Katy read the description as synth pop, I think, amongst other things, but synth pop is the one that jumped out at me and that I jotted down. And I would agree it is, and it's alternative sounding. Like I said, happy, sunny, big sound. 80s alternative kind of electronic. I really liked it. It was my favorite so far out of all the songs at this point of the show, and I gave it 5 stars. So, let me see. Oh, and then they got some questions. So let's go on to some questions. The first question they got was for Simon. The question was that you go to a far off land and meet somebody who's never heard of Duran Duran. What 3 tracks to introduce them to the music do you tell them about? That was a question for Simon from somebody, and I didn't catch the name of who sent it in. I'm not even sure if they said it. But Simon said he would choose Hungry Like the Wolf, the new single coming out that's going to be imminently played on Whooosh, and Universe Alone. And then Katy said about Universe Alone that if you don't have a good handle on Duran Duran musical catalog already, if you don't have a good handle on the DD musical catalog, go and listen to the Universe Alone right after Whoosh is over. Well, I've of course listened to it many times. I love that song with all of my heart and soul. And I'm sure many of you have as well. But if you have not, take Katy's advice and drop everything and go and listen to it right now. The Universe Alone by Duran Duran. Okay. Next question was from Pam O'Connor, who is Pam Ledden O'Connor, I believe. I am familiar with her. I've seen her on social media. She sent in a question and they read it. So this question was, what is Simon's wisdom and advice on getting over writer's block? Okay, because I guess I don't know if she's experiencing writer's block or somebody else's that she knows, but she was asking Simon's advice on how to overcome it. Simon said arrest or write whatever comes to you, and it gets better. So even like if all you're thinking of is to your head, to your thinking crap, if it's not very good, just keep writing it down, and then it'll get better. He said Michael Hutchence actually told him that, and there was definite strong note of emotion in Simon's voice when he said Michael Hutchence's name. Told him that just write whatever comes, whatever you feel, and even if it's bad, it'll get better. So to either rest, just write until it improves, and read books, go out into nature, that can help. Read poetry, listen to poetry, read an actual book, not just reading on a computer or tablet or phone. Those are his suggestions for getting over writer's block, and I think they are all great ones. So, if you ever have writer's block, refer back to this video and Simon's advice. So, the next song is called Sports, with an exclamation point, sports fans, from a band called Dream Wife. These girls are sassy, attitudey girls. You can tell by the song. It's really cool. So the singing at first actually made me think of Dale Bozio from Missing Persons. The way they sounded, or the way the singer that was singing in the beginning sounded at first. I would describe them as like the Go-Go's on steroids. I loved it. They talk about time is money, never apologize, these are the rules kind of thing in the song, like going like, this is what you should do, that's what you should do, this is what you should do, and these are the rules. They're a fast girl punk badass vibe. That's how I would describe Dream Wife and the song Sports. A fast girl punk badass vibe that sounds like Dale Bozio in the beginning, and like the Go-Go's on steroids, and I dig it. I do. They're awesome. So Katy loves the video. Simon hadn't seen the video, which makes me want to see the video. And also just because I love the song and how it sounds, I want to see the video. Simon said the attitude was phenomenal. I agree. They had that sassy attitude. He loved it. I did as well. I think we all universally loved it. And Simon has not seen the video. I gave it 5 stars. So my 2 5 stars so far are Speedboat, Big Boy 123, and Sports by Dream Wife. And I think actually out of those 2, so far my favorite of the show was Sports by Dream Wife. The next song was called Song for Nick Drake. That's N as in Nancy, I-C-K, like My Fabulous Mr. Rhodes. And Drake, last name D-R-A-K-E, Song for Nick Drake. The band was called Skull Crusher. I would describe it as this kind of light, somewhat but not completely lilting female voice. That's how I would describe her voice, the singer. Kind of light, somewhat but not completely light, or somewhat but not completely lilting female voice. Hippie-ish sounding. Over, I would call it gentle music. That's how I described that song. Katy thought she sounded like Samantha Crane, who is an artist that was spotlighted last week and actually, or a couple weeks ago, and she's an artist that Simon really liked, the sound of her song and her voice. Katy likened this singer to her. I don't remember enough about what Samantha Crane sounded like to agree. Someone described it as, what did I write here? Someone described it as, oh, okay. So Katy voiced that someone, and I can't remember who, I didn't jot that down fast enough. I don't know if it was the artist or somebody else, described it as tranquil on the surface, torrid underneath, which I really like. Tranquil on the surface, torrid underneath. That's passionate. It's poetic. So I dug that description. I gave the song 3 stars, and that was Song for Nick Drake by Skull Crusher. I don't remember why specifically I gave it 3 stars. I didn't jot that down, but I gave it 3 stars. Next one was Simon's Hotspot. They do a Hotspot pick of the week each week, where Simon picks what I would think means his favorite song of the week. This week it was the song Creatures by Louis Hill, and that was L-U-I, last name H-I-L-L. That's the one that Simon's talking about in their recorded promo, if you want to check that out, if you don't know what I'm talking about for the Whooosh show this week. It was Simon's Hotspot. So there is a lyric in this song that goes, I'm in this world, just can't be of it. So I think that's something that comes from the Bible, actually. Be in this world, but don't be of this world. I really liked that lyric. Meaning you're here, of course, you have to exist, but don't let yourself become corrupted by it. So, yeah, that's all I put about that song, that I love that lyric. I'm in this world, just can't be of it. I didn't write anything else about Louis Hill. Hold on. Then we went on to a question about Arcadia. Would the band, okay, penalty be filed. Nope, that's all I said about that's all I said about Creatures by Louis Hill. So I like that lyric, Louis Hill. Okay. So then they got a question about Arcadia. And I don't remember exactly what the question was, but what Simon said about it was that he and Nick spent more money on that album than anybody has ever spent on an album ever. They used the most expensive studio in Paris, which has this very long French name, and I don't remember the name. And so many guests came through, and he's referring to Grace Jones that did the monologue for them, Herbie Hancock laying down tracks with them, like all these other musical artists came through when they were at that studio, and they all contributed work to the sound, to to the album with Simon and Nick for Arcadia. So this is what he was saying about that question. And then there was also something notable, I thought, where he said they recorded a sound that the door made when you would close it, and it was making the sound because of an AC system that was on, air conditioning, and the pressure of that, because there was so much air, I guess, pushing against when the door closed, made this sound, like this distinctive sound. So they recorded it and they put it on the album. And that's, I think he said, what you hear at the end, along with Nick's kooky, awesome, crazy keyboard sounds. And so there was a question about Arcadia that I didn't jot down what the question was fast enough, but that was the answer. Or that's what Simon was saying about the Arcadia experience recording that album. Also, Simon was doing a lot of voice impersonations last night. At one point, he sounded like Wolfman Jack for a minute. It was interesting. Yeah, he was changing his voice around, like, to sound American and all this stuff a lot of the time. I like your English accent, Simon. So just keep your English accent, please. So then they got another question by a woman by the name of Jerry, I guess. Would the band ever consider doing a medley of lesser known songs? She likened this kind of thing to True Electroset, and Simon simply said yes. And then they got a question from somebody by the name of Penelope Pyle. Has Duran Duran ever turned down a gig, despite whatever the money was for it, even if the money was really good, because it was just silly? Simon said for enough money, they would do anything. Katy said that wasn't true. Simon said they wouldn't endorse burgers, like hamburgers. They wouldn't endorse hamburgers, because Nick has a thing about hamburgers. And of course, they both pointed out that that was because he was vegetarian. Mr. Rhodes, if you're ever in San Francisco, go to Sybil's on 9th Street. Actually, come and find me and we can go together. And they have an awesome vegan menu and vegan wine. Thank you very much. I mentioned both in a couple of my Duran Duran mask lookbook pictures. So I hope you see. Okay. So, oh, and I love you, by the way. Okay, so our old friend Billy No Mates is next. If any of you have been following this, or of course for those of you who can access SiriusXM, there is a band called Billy No Mates, which is a slang, an English slang for somebody with no friends. They call them Billy No Mates. And so we have another song from, and we learned that from Simon in a few episodes back. So Billy No Mates, the song is called Heels. I love that name, by the way. It's clever. So, and I can relate to the meaning of it to a certain extent. I guess we all can. So it's a female voice singing / talking song that we've discussed before, that kind of singing / talking kind of a thing in a song, not really just straight singing. And the ones that they played in the past, I can't remember the name of the group, but it was man singing on vocals on those, and very strong English accent, kind of like the style of Sex Pistols. Well, this one was a female, so if you can picture that kind of singing / talking, but it was a female singing. And some of the lyrics were lift your boots, tilt your hat. So a tight beat that kept to the lyrics but not very distinctive is how I describe this song. A tight beat that kept to the lyrics but not very distinctive. It's about not wearing heels, per Simon's description. Simon's daughter, he didn't specify which one, thought she sounded like Dolly Parton, and Katy thought she sounded like Pat Benatar. I didn't really liken her voice to anybody. I did give it 1 star. Didn't love Heels by Billy No Mates, but it's a song about not wearing heels. And I gave you a few of the lyrics there. Lift your boots, tilt your hat. And I would describe it as a tight beat that kept to the lyrics, but not very distinctive. Okay. The next song is the band is called Song Hoy. That's SONGHOY. And second word blues, BLUES. Song Hoy Blues. The song is called Bon Bon, like Simon le Bon Bon. And let me see, which means good, good. So I put for this song, I put good, good because of Bon Bon, because that's what it means in French. And then I put no, no. The language, I'm not sure what it was. I'm assuming it was French as per the name. It didn't grab me. Simon loved it. He says it's about immigration and emigration. And Simon, what he says, I wish, oh. So I forgot how this came up, but Simon shared with us that and this is another one where I didn't really give a good description of the song. I think it was a lot of instrumental if I'm remembering correctly, and I just didn't love it. Um Simon did share with us though that anytime he gets out of an Uber, when he uses an Uber service like a Lyft, he always wishes the driver a good day and good business when he leaves an Uber. And I forgot how that tied into anything, but I thought it was interesting enough to note. Um, so yeah, Bon Bon by Songhoy Blues didn't grab me at all. That's all I put about it. And it is a song in a different language, I think French. And I think it's primarily instrumental, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, then Katy said, and I think this was something said by the artist Songhoy Blues, I think that if you work hard enough, you can find paradise wherever you are. Like, she likened it or to whatever this other person said of, people have dreams of going to, like, I'm in America. I have dreams of going to England and having a life there and a happy, successful, whatever you want to call life, meaning being happy and being able to stay there and succeeding. But really, you can find paradise anywhere you are. And that if you did actually make it to the destination that you want to go to, it probably wouldn't be anything that you think it was going to be anyways. Simon didn't seem to agree with that. I don't either. But that Katy was saying that, and I think it was something that the Songhoy Blues person had said. Who does that song? So yeah, actually I gave that one 0 stars. I was gonna give it 1 star, but I ended up giving it 0 stars. No stars for Bon Bon by Songhoy Blues from Frannie Rhodes. So the last song was called Manifesto by a band called Sprints, like running, Sprints. A song called Manifesto. They're from Dublin.